Hey guys, and welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for September 30th, 2019 through October 6th, 2019. I felt really guided to use the Fairy Tale Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. I cannot speak today. I do have an incense burning, the Egyptian goddess. I have my stress relief candle going. I have a sacral chakra Reiki Kundalini tea light I made burning, and also my witchcraft one burning, and my little wax melt over here where you can't see this. I call on my guides and your guides and all beings of light to assist me with this reading, and that everyone watching this gets a clear and accurate message for them. This is going to be another pick a pile card for the week. You have your first one right here. You have your second pile right here. And then you have your third one right here. So let's take a look at the first pile. And you could pause this if you wish to kind of get the energies off of them. But in reverse, you have entitlement. So this week you are feeling not entitled yourself, but people around you are feeling like they are entitled to treat you any way that they want. So I do feel like a lot of you are needing to reset your boundaries. And before I started this reading, I got a lot of feelings of anxiousness and very it was anxious, but it was kind of depressing at the same time. So a lot of you are feeling really walked on like a mat. You are not getting treated the way that you treat others, and so it's very frustrating. You have extended your energy far too many times to certain people, and they keep proving themselves very, very self-absorbed over and over again. So I do feel like it's your time to reflect and to be clutter clearing out of where you extend your energy. So it's really about a lot of self reflection, a lot of mindfulness, so that your energy is safe and supplied within you, so that you don't keep absorbing other people's things, or your energy does not leak out. And again, Spirit showing me feet, so keeping grounded in Mother Earth, making sure that you take care of your soul, not just the sole of your feet, but the soul that's in you. And understanding that the way other people are around you, how they're acting, you don't have to react to them. It's very hard sometimes, as to not allow it to get to you. But Spirit is telling you that these people are going to slowly start moving out of your life. And I feel like it's been a very, I don't want to say like a bipolar relationship. It's been very up and down. And it's to extremes. Everyone has their ups and downs, but it's been very extreme. This could be with a relationship. This could be with a, situation. And it's just, you've just had enough. You've extended your energy far too much. So the next card you have is Enchantment. So yeah, you're enchanting your own life. You're not allowing other people's, post on social media or what they tell you kind of enchant you in this. It's almost like you're focusing on what you are lacking, but you're focusing on what they have. And it should be you focusing on what you have. So see that about that balance there. You feel like you're balancing your energy of giving and taking and receiving, but it's really, you're just extending your energy far too much. You're not replenishing yourself. You're actually depleting yourself. So watch your habits this week of how you are unknowingly, depleting your energy. So I do suggest working with things that really boost your energy. Even if, I hear a lot of you might not have time to do what you want, but as much as it is so hard to carve time out, if you have time, what Spirit says to watch this video, you have time to do what you really want to do. You can make that time. You need to find more supportive people. And in this week, you are going to learn that you are your most supportive person. You get to set that example. And so really watching how you treat yourself is, and really setting those boundaries and not letting these people take your energy away from you. Not allowing yourself to take energy from you. I am seeing this week is a turnaround point for self-success, and it's really coming from within, going without. So you're no longer grasping at things that seem like it's going to be more successful because it's an outward expression. Other people can see it. You're more wanting to internalize this success. You're wanting to internalize this peaceful moment and these mindful moments. And that is going to create this wealth of abundance, this wealth of channel for you to receive these abundance, getting different people in your life, different resources, different experiences, raising your vibration, raising your confidence, okay? So this week is about rebuilding from within. Theft. So yeah, it's really about understanding that we can play the same old storylines over and over again, how you've been cheated, how you have been depleted, how certain things are taking a lot from your life. And it's not really about necessarily cutting them off completely. It's really about focusing that energy, being the alchemist, being the conduit for spirit. And spirit being a conduit for you, and understanding that you have a little bit of say-so in this. And are you stealing your own time by overextending the support, overextending the time, overextending whatever it may be, or even cutting boundaries down for someone because you don't want to hurt their feelings? But in the reality of it, you're a willing participant in allowing these things to happen. Not completely, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be negative, but I am trying to say that it's a very fine line, and you're realizing where this line is at, and you're drawing back a little bit. You're not dancing around it, going on the other side, then contracting back and going into isolation. It's really about finding that middle ground as much as you can. So it is kind of a very big energy this week for you guys that picked group number 1. It's about understanding, what does theft mean for you? How is this contributing to the outward entitlement that other people is placing on you, or placing on themselves? Do you feel like they have something about them that you could never have? It's really about finding that middle ground, because when we go back to the enchantment card, where are you really romanticizing things? And how can that actually be something that is stealing your happiness away? Okay? And balance. So again, it's about understanding, the balance between responsibility, and I feel like you, group number 1, you take far too much responsibility all the time. You don't know where your breaking point is until it's already passed, and then you just have a complete crash. You just crash and burn is what Spirit's telling me. So this week it's about not allowing that to happen once again. It's about reclaiming your authenticity, reclaiming your say-so, your throat chakra, and reclaiming your boundaries in a way that is more independent and more liberating than being the victim or being someone that doesn't have much say-so. Okay, so I do see a good week for you. It's just a lot of work, self-improvement, self-dedication. And once that comes, the balance will come in, and so will the blessings. Because I do see this week there is blessings on the way, but they're very fine-tuned. You have to be at a certain vibration. You have to be very mindful for those to be, intake, however you want to say it. It's supposed to be there to motivate you, not demotivate you, because a lot of you have been feeling in the past weeks very high strung with feeling unblessed, if that makes sense. Now, group number 2, the sight. So again, you're getting downloads this week. You are getting downloads from not just fairies, but the cosmos, the angels, the god and goddess, your ancestors, and your higher self. You have a mission this week to fine-tune yourself to your life purpose. Instead of keep searching and searching and searching for an outward expression, or even what Spirit's showing me, a big check. How can you use your vision and your purpose to first start with internalize with you? How can you really, what about you makes you different from people around you? The sight could be clairvoyance. The sight could be your visualization. It could also mean understanding that you see things differently than most people around you, and understanding that this week is going to open your eyes to new possibilities for your life purpose, for your motivation, okay? This card is a very colorful card, and it's very calling. It's very, etheric. It's very in between the worlds, and it's very promising in my opinion. So there is something that will be there that may cause you to have to use your other senses, okay? So it's about that spiritual intuition, that faith, that trust, that trusting what is coming, even though you don't know how it's going to look like. You know what I mean? Sorry, guys. I'm telling you, Spirit's... I shouldn't laugh, but Spirit has been, very active in this room. Things have been falling, okay? And so this is the second time that this has fell. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that, but my chihuahua just ran on the other side of the room. She knew it was coming. Okay, back to your cards. I'm sorry. Duty and reverse. So, again, you feel like your duty is not to yourself. It's to other people. And I hear some people are worried about feeling selfish, or feeling like they'll lose being humble, and they'll lose the sight of the big plan, right? But sometimes that big plan is you playing your own solitary part. And even though, we're all connected, we don't have to be part of a team. We don't always have to be the savior for everyone. We can still be charitable. We can still be honorable and help people and extend that hand. But where are you extending this week? Far too much. And it's about checking in with yourself. And I hear a lot of people have been getting guilt trips lately, and that is causing a lot of downplaying someone's... It's how do I explain it? Because Spirit talks fast, so I try to get out my words properly. But it's almost like someone is guilt tripping you, or has been, and you feel guilty if you do not extend that hand. But where are they using this as a point of control? Where are they making you feel selfish? Where are they making you feel like you are not doing the duty of the light worker, or even a good friend, or even a good spouse, or a good coworker, okay? Where are you loaning too much time? And where is your sight been kind of skewed? So it's really about feeling with those other senses, like we talked about earlier for the week, is understanding that spirit has been trying to telling you to, break that caution and stop running a red light, so to speak, or even always feeling like it has to be green in order for you to feel good about yourself. Where can that caution be a good thing? Okay? Why does it always have to be a bad omen or a haunting memory or something that is making you feel as if you're not worthy of, moving forward without that guilt trip? Okay? Again, dedication in reverse. So again, the dedication goes back to where is your line of reference? And when you think about dedication, is it an ego thing? It's really about a little shadow work here. And probably a lot of you feel like I say the same messages over and over again. But this is what the cards are talking about. This is what Spirit's been on me lately about. And it's about a little bit of that shadow work. Where are you trying to get validation externally and showing, oh, I am dedicated to this person, this company, this community, this, master plan? But when you turn your dedication inwards, are you taking care of your body? Are you taking care of your finances? Are you overextending? I just keep hearing that over and over again. It's for everyone, no matter what what pile of cards you picked. You're overextending. And this week is about cutting that crap out. Sorry to say that, but that's what Spirit is channeling through me. Cut that crap out. Stop making excuses. Stop using other people as a scapegoat and saying that, well, I'm going to be a bad person, I feel guilty. That's enough. You need to reassess your accountability. And it's not about being, again, don't overextend and take all the responsibility, but don't be a victim either. You got to understand that there's two sides to that coin, and that dedication, you have a say-so in that dedication. You have a say-so where you're extending that extra oomph, that extra energy. Okay, the last card is obsession. So yeah, there is something that has been really absorbing a lot of your energy for some time, and it's almost got out of hand. It could be a situation, it could be a person, it could be something you found as an inspiration, and now it's turning into an obsession where you're comparing too much or you're extending your energy too much. You're trying to prove something to someone, or you're trying to prove something, even maybe proving to yourself, but it just went a little too far, and it's caused your sight to be kind of filtered through these other energies of toxic dedication, toxic duty, and the sight is actually not the sight that Spirit's trying to get you to have. Okay, so Spirit is reaching out to you to reclaim yourself and understand that it's okay to be there for someone. It's okay to have an off week, but when it becomes more of a problem and it's weighing down on your actual blessings through Spirit, then that's when you need that self check-in. So this week is really about regrounding yourself in your own abilities, understanding that you are part of that big purpose, and that not everything has to deal with building, everything doesn't have to deal with building good karma and being so empathic that you forget about yourself. Okay, and understanding that if you don't do something, it doesn't make you less of a light worker if you say no. And it doesn't make you less of a person if you admit you have a problem and you change it and you take that responsibility and tell someone, I need to step back because I feel a little obsessive, or whatever it might be. There's a lot of good energies coming in for you as well, pile number 2. But again, it's about opening up yourself to that vulnerability of not only accountability, but also being open for you to just focus on you and not necessarily keep digging deep for other people. And then when it comes to yourself, you feel very lethargic and you feel like your life is nothing but being slaves to other people, because that's a feeling I get with this card. Obsession. It kind of went too far there. So the last pile is 3. Truth. So yeah, a lot of truth seeking this week for you guys. A lot of you have been researching, asking for prayers, asking for signs and symbols, and you've been getting a ton of readings around a certain situation, a certain aspect of your life that just does not seem to make sense. You try to go one direction, it pulls you in the other direction, and it's like almost like you're trapped. And the reason is because you feel like you need the whole truth in order to set yourself free. You need that truth to make you feel more sacred within letting go. Even with the signs, you can let go and go, okay, this is a sign, a reminder that I do have the truth, and my subconscious is still seeking more and more information. So it's not about being haunted. It's not really about being needing all the answers to move on. It's about your subconscious feeling like it doesn't have enough to move yourself forward in a way that you once were. So again, it's about reclaiming a part of yourself that you lost within an experience, lost within a person, and understanding that that truth does not have to replay itself in order for you to take that energy, that motivation, that catalyst of truth from that situation and re-establish it in the present with that dead end. Does that make sense? Or that old channel, okay? So it's really about digging for treasure and leaving the rest to be discarded, and it's not about being rude or disrespectful. Someone else could pick it up, it could be a treasure for them, but it's no longer a treasure for you. And it doesn't mean that the truth is that, you feel a little lost without it. But at the same time, where can you bring that truth back? How can you, resurrect it in a way that's more healthy, in a way that's more present, in a way that's more stable and a longer duration, that doesn't have to depend on another outside source for it to keep going. So again, it's really, again, you guys got a lot of work. Like, all the piles have a lot of work internally this week, with big blessings in return because of it. Because you're not constantly seeking outside validation this week. You're really wanting to get that, but you also want it to be stable within you, so things are not triggers and make you spiral back into whatever you might have had a hard time with. Okay. Understanding. Yeah, so you're getting more and more understanding that what you think has had, I'm hearing Spirit say monument, so kind of like Spirit is showing me like a sacred space or a point of no return, a very sacred bond or a connection, whether it be with a person, place, or thing, or a memory. You can understand that it doesn't have to die there. Again, I keep hearing it could be resurrected in a different spot, in a different point of reference. It doesn't have to be there. What is fueling it is our memories, and what is fueling it is these triggers, these signs and symbols. And it's not to torture you, it's not to make you feel like you got to go back to that point in order to receive that same blessing. That blessing was because you were present. Something in your consciousness or subconscious, or even in your reality, or even what you experience through your senses, that can be reunited again. And you don't have to go back to that person, place, or thing. You need to manifest. You need to be that alchemist and that catalyst for yourself to rejuvenate your passion, to rejuvenate a part of yourself that's lost. It's about reclaiming the authentic self again and understanding that that person, that place, or that thing was a bridge at one time. But that bridge is not the only bridge that exists, and that can be a accompanying you to get to that same point, if that makes sense. So in other words, there's many ways to get there, but you initially are the main provider, the main author to get that information again, or get that same connection. And when you see these triggers and these symbols, what feeling arises? So it's really Spirit trying to get you to manifest or open up yourself to a certain emotion, to awaken something in you. And you think you're being awakened because of that other thing, but it has nothing to do necessarily with the external experience. It's internal. You just haven't allowed yourself to brainstorm to accumulate that again, or even access it again. So if that makes sense. Access it. Yeah, I can't say. Access it. Sorry. Okay, so sisterly love. So again, it has to do with, a lot of you, it could be an influence. An influence could be a person, it could be a love, it could be a situation, it could be romance, friendship, sisterly love, family, person, place, thing, whatever. This is very, it's a balance. So something gave you a balance that you cannot grasp just yet. And you feel like it's irreplaceable. You feel like it cannot be replaced. You feel as if you have to go to that exact same point, and that's the only way it's going to survive. That's the only way it's going to come back. And some of you might say yes. Some of you might say, well, I don't want to have to depend on that, which is a good thing. But how can you feel the feelings? Okay? Did someone give you acceptance? Did someone give you sacred space to open up? Did this person, place, or thing cause you to come alive because you felt powerful? You felt like someone was going to listen. Like you felt like you were the main character with this other person, and they brought you alive, or this situation, or this memory, or even this place. How can you reel that back in? What is missing is it's hard to explain what Spirit's telling me, but it's a part of you that you have suppressed for a long time, and this is causing some detrimental repercussions, okay, in your life. And this week is about understanding how can you re-trigger that or re-establish that without going to the same dead-end source, okay? Because it's still alive. It's still meant to be in your life. But does it have to always be in the same way? I'm hearing that saying, I'm not 100% sure who said it, but basically redoing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. It's kind of like that. So what you're looking for is not there no more. You're looking for the same or a better outcome, but not through the same experience. It's very hard to explain how Spirit's telling me, but there's something. I just see Spirit having their hand on your back and pushing you forward. Not an aggressive way, but a very nurturing, encouraging way, okay? With love and respect and honoring that experience and understanding how it created who you are. And it doesn't mean that you got to throw that person, place, or thing away completely. It just means you can't keep giving it the same it's hard to explain. You just can't allow it to take it all away for you. You know, you have the control. It's through your experience, if that makes sense. It's again, I keep trying to explain it. Spirit showing me like a vehicle almost. Like you can. It's just very hard to explain, guys, but I hope it makes sense. There's just a different way to get to that point without the same experience, okay? Or the same catalyst or the same vehicle, mainly, or channel. And then jealousy. So, yeah, that's jealousy is kind of causing that block for you to reach this again, okay, for whatever reason. The jealousy of what was, or the jealousy of what could have been, is causing you from what really can be, what was meant to be all along. But you're comparing and contrasting at dead ends. And you need to move forward because you're going to get that and so much more. That energy, that person, that place, that thing you keep getting haunting memories about will dissolve. And your higher blessings, your higher self, the best version of yourself will emerge, and it won't have conditions like it was before. I hope that makes sense because that came out better than I thought, what Spirit was channeling through me. So really consider that this week, okay? And get back with me because I do feel like there's a couple people that pick this pile that it's going to awaken a part of them that's like, aha, that makes so much sense, what Spirit said. And that was a missing piece. It wasn't about right or wrong or who is mad at who. It's about what Spirit just said through me. You know, it's about allowing that or something better to have no conditions like it had before. So it's like emerging on unconditional love for yourself and your experience, and that big boost of energy to blast you into opportunities of what you're meant to do. And it doesn't limit you to just love or money. It's everything, okay? But thank you again for your love and support. I will leave all my links down below. I really appreciate it if you like, share, subscribe, comment, and also any donations through my PayPal will be appreciated. If you like this kind of content, you want more, and you want more personalized, but also more of a group atmosphere like I have on YouTube that is more consistent and is little to nothing like you get here for a small price, then you could check out my Patreon and also my website. Thank you again. Have a blessed week, guys.